Ladies and gentlemen, the Hour of the Time is brought to you, as always, by Swiss Advance Trading. They specialize in non-reportable, non-confiscatable hard assets. And that means, put very simply, real money. Most Americans don't understand that according to the Constitution for the United States of America, no state shall tender in payment of debt anything other than gold or silver coin. Why isn't that being done if the Constitution is actually in force? And according to the law, a dollar is a specific weight and measurement in purity of silver coin and can be expressed in gold coin, and this measurement is known as a dollar. If you look up the meaning of all of the terms that you see on that phony money in your pocket called a Federal Reserve note, and they're, believe me, folks, it's not a Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is not an agency of the United States government, and it's not a note. And if you really do a little looking up in a law dictionary, you'll find that you're holding in your hand a counterfeit piece of lying, worthless deception. And if you put a $1 Federal Reserve note next to a $100 Federal Reserve note, I defy you to tell me the difference in the value between the two. The difference is only what one fool is willing to accept in comparison to another fool who may or may not accept it. And that's the truth. May anger you, may upset you, but nevertheless, it's the truth. And that's what this broadcast is all about. Call Swiss America Trading. Thank them for sponsoring the Hour of the Time. Ask them how you can get your hands on some real money, because when all this comes tumbling down, folks, and it will, I don't care what anybody says, it's going to happen. It's going past the point of no return. If you don't have some real money, you're going to be in big trouble. I still believe, though, in taking responsible steps to try to resolve all of our problems in a responsible, peaceful manner. We must do that. We must practice due diligence. We cannot ever be accused of being irresponsible or of being the people who caused it to happen. So call 1-800-289-2646. Talk to the good people there. Ask for Frank, if you can get a hold of him. And tell him you'd like to get your hands on some real money. Ask for the free newsletter. Tell them you're a steady listener to the Hour of the Time, and I guarantee you'll get red carpet treatment. 1-800-289-2646. Do it now. You'll be glad that you did.
We don't only sing, but we dance just as good as we want. In Milton, we just got a new dance called Tighten Up. This is the music we tighten up with. Let's tighten up in the crowd. Come on, Russo. What's the tighten up for me now? Oh, yeah. Tighten up on that bass now. Tighten it up. Now let that get off on it. Oh, yeah. Turn up on the organ now. Yeah, you do the side look. Yeah, now. I'm telling you, you can do it now. You do what you need to. Look here. Come on now. Now make it better.
Well, that's not what I intended to play, but the CD player is really acting up. You punch the button that's supposed to play, away, and you hear this loud bang and a pop, and something else plays. Well, Aaron, why don't you tell us about the video? What's on the video?
Well, the video is basically, it's me on the video, and I do a performance, and I tell people what's happening in America. We have Senator Donald Rogers on the video. We have Charlie Dukes on the video. Dr. Julian Whitaker talking about cancer cures. We have a whole piece about Donald Scott and how he was murdered and how what the government did to Donald Scott.
This is the video that you sent me?
Yeah.
Same one.
I don't know if you might have seen the half. I don't know if you had the 90 or the half-hour version, but on the 90-minute version, the one we're filming, I first did a 30-minute promo version, which you may have gotten first. I don't know if you have the 90 or not, but on the 90-minute version, the one that's being sold today.
Rick, I got to tell you right now, I didn't know you had Charlie Duke on there. After what Charlie Duke did to the Constitution Party, I cannot support him in any way.
Well, you certainly don't have to. You just have to say his piece and see what he thinks.
It may be, but I can't support it.
Oh, you don't have to support it. It's just a question of whether he's saying what he wants to say and having freedom of speech. Whether you have freedom of speech not to support it, and you have freedom of speech to say what you want to say. But anyway,
well, it's more than that. I mean, he tried to stop us from having our freedom of speech. And some of the recent things that he's done regarding the Freeman and some of his vilification of those people up there is absolutely despicable.
Well, like I say, you have that point of view, and you're entitled to your point of view, and I'm not going to contest it. I'm not saying you're wrong or right. That's your point of view. But having Charlie on the show, he said some good things on the show. And Julian Whitaker was on the show, and he talked about the cancer cure. But also, we had a great panel on about asset forfeiture, and we had three of the leading people: Brenda Grantland and Jeffrey Steinborn, and the third girl I don't remember at the moment. But we had a terrific. What we did was we showed what happened to Donald Scott to his wife. And after we showed a 12-minute piece of that, then we had a panel talking about what the federal government can do and can't do to protect yourself. And it was really, it was very, very enlightening. And then I did an awful lot of the show myself. And what I find happening, Kenny, is that I find that many liberal people, when they see the show, they're saying to me, my God, Aaron, I had no idea this was really happening in America. Because I back it up. I show them the bills that they're passing. I actually put the bills on the screen, and I show them. And all of a sudden, I'm finding liberals and conservatives, neither one wants to be a slave. And that's the battle we're all fighting, is slavery. And I think when people realize that we're fighting slavery, everybody's willing to come together to defeat that. And that's why I guess I'm finding such an easier road now in this battle, because people are recognizing the fact that nobody wants to be a slave. And the liberals before were people say to me, are you getting any support in Hollywood? What do those people out there think, And everybody tends to group people together in their thinking, and I really believe in individuality as opposed to group thinking. I don't like group thinking, and I think group thinking is not thinking, it's no thinking. And when I sit down with a lot of liberal people and I explain what's going on, they're in shock. They're in shock. And they want to stop it just like anybody else wants to stop it. And I think the question today of liberal or conservative is totally irrelevant, because I don't know what either label means anymore. I don't know what they stand for.
Neither does anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the only question is to ask yourself, are you free or not? That's the question, is are you free? Not are you a liberal or conservative, but are you free?
Yeah.
And we're not free anymore. And that's what's bringing everybody together, because that recognition is starting to happen. I mean, the Supreme Court just passed this bill, not passed this bill, but rendered a decision the other day saying that if a policeman stops you in your car for any traffic violation, they now have the right to search your car.
That's me. That won't happen with my car.
Well, it may not happen with your car, but and so it's true. They made a decision that the federal government can now seize the assets of innocent people. Okay? So you don't have the protection of the courts anymore.
No, they've been doing that for a long time. The truth is the Constitution is not in effect. They are ignoring it, and they can do damn well whatever they please, whenever they please, and they've been doing it for a long time.
And it's getting worse.
Yes.
That's why people who never thought about these things before, they're beginning to recognize it, because it's getting very late in the game, and it's becoming a little clearer what's happening to other people. And that's why I'm hoping that this whole thing, when it takes off, it's going to bring everybody together in a unification.